Did you know that you have about 1 in 4 chance of suffering from colon or rectal polyps once you hit 45 years of age? It's the truth, and it affects men and women about evenly too. Your diet has a huge impact on your gut health, and if you aren't eating the right foods, you could wind up suffering from colon polyps or even bowel cancer as you age. Obviously, everyone wants to be as healthy as they can be for as long as possible. Today, we'll be looking at 10 foods to prevent colon polyps and bowel cancer, so that age doesn't have to slow you down one bit. Number 1. Garlic. When it comes to foods with a lot to offer, garlic is usually at the top of the list. This food promotes heart health, and it also has some really great antibacterial properties thanks to allicin. This agent is believed to help protect us against strokes and can also help lower blood pressure and cholesterol. When it comes to your colon and bowels, trouble usually starts due to the buildup of toxins and bacteria in that region. Eating garlic can help eliminate toxins, parasites, and any other unwanted guests that your colon may be getting overwhelmed in dealing with, and it can really make a pretty big difference if recent studies are to be believed. The research around garlic as a food with antibacterial properties is well documented, of course. But the thought that it can slow the advancement of, as well as potentially help prevent bowel cancer in the first place, is also a pretty interesting development to keep an eye on. Number 2. Watercress. In the same vein that garlic helps your body by cutting down the toxicity of your bowels, colon, and rectum, watercress is also a food with antibacterial effects. Watercress has the ability to reduce inflammation at a cellular level, which makes it very effective at maintaining digestive health too. Colorectal cancer is usually the result of cellular degradation, and your nutrition is a big piece of the puzzle when it comes to preventing that. Despite that, most of us simply aren't eating with our gut health in mind, and watercress does a great job of helping out without having to eat a whole lot. In fact, watercress is so good at cleansing out your stomach and colon that if it is eaten in too high amounts, it can actually become slightly dangerous for your stomach. You would have to eat a whole lot of it to ever have to worry about this kind of thing, of course. But it just goes to show how powerful of a tool watercress can be when it comes to preventing colonic polyps and the like. Number 3. Sauerkraut. Next up, we have sauerkraut, a type of fermented cabbage that roughly translates to sour cabbage in English. Despite sauerkraut being a German word, the food actually originated in China and was merely popularized in Europe in Germany. Because it is fermented, sauerkraut contains a valuable resource known as probiotics. This is a type of bacteria that is very good for you, especially when it comes to gut health. We will go a bit more in depth about probiotics in a little bit, but that's all you really need to know at the moment. When you eat sauerkraut, the bacteria gained from it helps to clear out any lingering bits of food, toxins, or other things that may be affecting your digestive health. From there, your stomach is better able to operate, meaning your colon and bowels will have a much better time of things. Sauerkraut can really help limit the amount of strain your colon is forced to go through on a daily basis, and probiotics are very useful for this reason. Number 4. Bone broth. Bone broth is becoming pretty popular these days as a way to help ease digestive stress, and it's often the first recommendation you will hear from friends when you mention any kind of stomach problem. Bone broth is believed to have intestinal healing properties as well, and this is because of glycine, a type of amino acid that may actually help to heal the intestine when ingested. For people who have stomach or digestive issues as a result of strain or poor diet, bone broth can really help out. People that ingest bone broth usually report a sort of soothing feeling, and now researchers believe that this is because of the reduction of inflammation internally. Bone broth may not be able to attack toxins and that sort of thing like probiotics and antibacterial foods can, but it can alleviate symptoms of discomfort, which in turn can help you get back to a healthier baseline. This makes it a valuable tool in times when you just want to feel better and stop stressing out your colon. Number 5. Kimchi. If you are worried at all about inflammation or struggle with inflammation-related conditions such as irritable bowel syndrome, then kimchi might be a very useful addition to your diet. Kimchi is a traditional Korean side dish and is mostly made up of radishes, cabbages, and other vegetables which are salted and fermented. This process, as you've probably figured out by now, makes kimchi a food packed full of probiotics, which can greatly aid in limiting any gastrointestinal issues. Kimchi can be useful in reducing any swelling within your digestive system, and that alone can decrease your odds of suffering from bowel cancer. Colon inflammation is also a big part of why colon polyps appear, so getting some extra helpings of kimchi can actually be a big part of your preventative medicine for the colon. Number 6. Kefir. Kefir, just like kimchi, is good for your digestive system because it contains a lot of probiotics. Kefir is a milk-like drink that is fermented and can also have a sort of laxative effect for many people. In studies done on kefir's effect on digestive health, it was found that people who drank it twice a day for a month drastically cut down on their needs for things like laxatives. Straining to release stool can cause a lot of issues for your colon, rectum, and other parts of your lower intestine, which is why having consistent trips to the bathroom is best for your health. Kefir can also assist you in having better formed stool, as well as speeding up the transport of stool through the colon. Stool is obviously not clean and contains a lot of stuff your body simply doesn't want around. So when your stool gets backed up and spends too much time in the colon, it can result in toxins, bad bacteria, and parasites clinging to your colon instead of leaving your body for good. Number 7. Grass-fed beef. When it comes to meat, especially in countries like America, it's important to know what you are getting. The way that meat is prepared and delivered to us can drastically change how good it is for us, which is why red meat lovers must always look closely at the packaging. If you are going to eat meat, you should probably try and opt for a healthier version, such as grass-fed beef, in order to avoid too much strain on your colon. Other versions of beef can have an antibiotic residue on the meat itself, which can kill off healthy bacteria living in your stomach and throw off the balance of your digestive system. Grass-fed beef is also easier for your body to digest and requires a lot less effort from your digestive system as well. Even still, you should be careful about eating too much beef, even if it is grass-fed, as observational studies have discovered that eating large amounts of red meat can increase your risk of colon and bowel cancer. Number 8. Apple cider vinegar. In a very similar way to bone broth, apple cider vinegar has become a popular way to get your stomach settled in a pinch. People use this drink to help constipation and to regulate their digestive patterns, but it needs to be taken regularly to achieve this sort of effect. Apple cider vinegar is also loaded with both antioxidants as well as some antibiotic ones, which can really help eliminate any bad bacteria or toxins from your colon. On its own, apple cider vinegar may not prevent polyps, but it can help you from straining when using the bathroom. So if you are someone who struggles to regulate bowel movements, it may be useful. Number 9. Herbs and spices. There are plenty of foods that prevent polyps and other colon issues, but what you season your food with can also play a role. Herbs and spices like turmeric, ginger, basil, oregano, and more can all help alleviate symptoms of intestinal discomfort. And they are all very easy to incorporate into your meals since you can just sprinkle them on top. Interestingly enough, bringing in spices with a little heat in them can actually help reduce inflammation throughout your body. So there are also a lot of options depending on which advantages you are looking for. If you add ginger to a dish, for example, it should speed up the rate that food passes through your body, which can help if you are feeling backed up. Number 10. Fruit. Fruit is a great addition to your diet because it is full of antioxidants and vitamins. The antioxidants are helpful because they team up with your immune system to take out toxins and free radicals. You want to keep free radicals out of your body as much as possible, since they can cause damage which can eventually lead to cancer. If you are looking to add just a single fruit, you should look for a type of berry, since they have some of the highest antioxidant content of any food. Substituting a salty snack with a bowl of fruit will also help to cut out potential inflammation-causing foods, and it will also make sure that your trips to the bathroom are easier and less painful. Here are 2 more videos you may find interesting. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like and share the video with your friends. And for more interesting videos on health, subscribe to our channel.